In this video, you're going to learn how to develop this AI calories tracker app, not only for an Android phone, but for an iPhone as well. This is how this app works. You can simply just take a photo of your food, or you can simply just upload a photo that you already taken for your food. Then after that, simply just choose a photo. And after that, you can simply just select that. And now it will just do analysis of this food. After that, now it has calculated the calories and now it is showing a detailed analysis of your food. It is showing that everything about your food. It is showing all of these different ingredients that your food has, and then it is showing the complete calories count of your food. I got the idea for this app from this guy whose app Cal AI is making more than $1.2 million per month. This app has got more than 1 million plus downloads on Google Play Store and approximately similar kind of downloads on App Store. To develop this application, we are going to use Expo, which is a React Native framework. And for AI functionalities and AI analysis, we are going to use Gemini Pro 2.0, which is an absolutely free large language model with $0 for input and output tokens. That means you are not required to pay anything to use this AI model. We are going to use this AI model through OpenRouter. Now, this is going to be a very detailed step-by-step beginner-friendly tutorial. So if you have never developed a mobile application, or you have never written a single line of code, or you don't even know where to start, this one video is going to be your complete guide to develop any mobile application. So make sure that you follow this complete tutorial step by step and make sure that you're implementing all of these steps while you're watching this video. I will leave a very detailed timestamp in the description. So in case if you want to move to a particular part of the tutorial, you can simply just do that from the timestamp. So before we start, please subscribe to this YouTube channel, and also you can join our newsletter, and to support this channel, you can join our channel membership. Also, please don't forget to like this video. Our goal for this video is to reach 1000 likes. Alright, if you are a complete beginner, let's start with some prerequisites. If you are using Windows or Mac, you need to install node.js on your computer. Simply just go to nodejs.org, this website, and then simply click on this download node.js LTS, and it will download node.js on your computer. After that, simply just double click on this file and install it on your computer. Once you have installed node.js, now next step is to install Cursor on your computer. Cursor is an AI code editor. It writes all of the code for you. So you can use either Cursor or use something like Windsurf, but in this tutorial, I'll be using Cursor. To download Cursor, simply just go to cursor.com, and in here, simply just click on this download for Windows, and it will just download this file for you. Simply just double click on this file and install Cursor on your computer. Now, once you have installed node.js on your computer and you have installed Cursor on your computer, next step is now to create an empty Expo project. What is Expo? As I told you, Expo is a React Native framework. What is React Native? React Native is a JavaScript framework that we use to develop mobile applications. If you want to learn more about Expo, simply just go to expo.dev. You can sign up for Expo absolutely for free. Simply just click on this sign up button, and then you can simply just use your email address and your passwords in here to sign up on Expo, because when we'll create our project inside Cursor, we'll be required to link our Expo account with our project. So make sure that you sign up before. Now, next step is to create your empty project inside Cursor. So simply just open Cursor in here. This is what it will look like when you open Cursor for the first time. Then simply just click on this open project. And right now what you need to do, you need to simply just choose an empty folder on your computer. I'm just going to choose this empty folder. I'll just click on this select folder button in here, and this is what it will look like once you open Cursor for the first time. After that, simply just click on these three toggle panels in here to have your terminal panel, to have your chat panel, and to have your project panel. Now, next step is you need to simply run a command to create an empty Expo project. Just go back to expo.dev, and from here, simply just click on this read the documentation button. So it will open this website, which is docs.expo.dev. And from here, you can see this is the command that we need to run. You can either simply just go to this installation tab, which is create a new project. And from here, simply just copy this command in here. And then you need to paste that command inside Cursor. Simply just paste that command in here, press enter, and now it will start creating an empty project for us. Now it will ask us to name our project. I'll just name this app Expo Test, press enter, and now it will just start creating this project. Just name anything that you want. Right now it is installing the dependencies and it is creating this project file in here. Alright, after just a minute, our project is created now. You can see our project is ready, and in here on our left side, we can see there is a new folder which is called Expo Test. And inside this folder, we can see our project files in here. Now our empty project is created, and in here you can see this project directory. You can see this Expo empty folder, and then you can see our Expo test folder. So Expo test folder is the root directory of our project, and Expo empty folder is actually the parent folder of this Expo test folder. So what we need to do, we need to simply just open this Expo test folder directly inside Cursor, because sometimes Cursor agent can actually make a mistake. It will confuse Expo empty folder as the root directory of our folder. Sometimes it just like does that mistake. So to avoid any sort of mistakes, what you can do, you can simply just open Expo test as your root folder inside cursor. So to do that, simply just go to your files, then simply just go to open folder, and from here simply just open your Expo test, select folder, and now our Expo test folder will be opened as our root directory. Now we can just run our project and test our empty project on our mobile devices. To do that, you need to simply just run this command, which is npm start, then press enter, and now it will start our project. Now in here we can see our app is started and we have got this QR code. Now our app is running, but we need to test this app on our Android phone, or if you're using an iPhone, on this iPhone as well. So to do that, we need to download Expo mobile application. If you are an Android user, you can simply just download this Expo Go application on your Android device from your Google Play Store. If you are an iPhone user, you can simply just download this Expo Go application from your iOS store. Just look for Expo Go and then you can find this application. After that, you need to simply just download and install this application on your mobile phone. Once you have downloaded Expo Go application on your mobile phone, next step is now to open your Expo Go application. This is how it will open. And now in here, you can simply just scan your QR code. Simply just click on the scan QR code button, and from here, simply just open your project and scan this QR code. Now it has started opening our application. It will take maybe a few seconds to just open this application. And right now you can see our app is opened, and right now it is showing a default React Native page in here. So this is a default React Native page, and it is showing that we can start customizing this app from this app/index.tsx file. So that is the file that we need to start customizing right now. You can simply just close this application. You can go back to our project. Now you can simply just maybe close this server from here. Simply just press Ctrl C, and you can see our server will be terminated. And now comes the main part. We need to start customizing this application. We need to start developing our application. So the first thing that we need to do, we need to start customizing this index.tsx file. This is the main page that we saw on this application. So we need to start customizing this application, and we need to start customizing this index.tsx page. So in here, let's just give it a simple command. Let's just ask it to create a basic layout of our page. I'll just open my default speech to text option in here. So I just got this. Again, you can open that by simply pressing Windows plus H key on your keyboard. I have set up an empty Expo project. Now I want to customize the default screen. Please just change it a little bit and create a custom layout. After that, make sure that you have selected this agent functionality in here, and you have selected either Claude Sonnet 3.5 or 3.7. I'm just using 3.5 for now. I'll just press send, and now what it will do, it will scan my directory. It will make sure that I have installed all of the dependencies and all of the libraries on my project. It will make sure that everything is ready, and now it will start customizing this index.tsx file. It will just create a basic custom layout. I'll just click on accept. So it has now created a very basic layout. So we need to test our app once again. What I'll do, I'll simply just go back to my terminal. I'll write npm start, press enter, and now my project will start. You can see my QR code is showing again. I'll just open my Expo application once again, and now I'm gonna scan it again. I can find it right now in here, Expo test, on my Expo app, because my Expo app is linked with my Expo account. So that's why I can see my app in here. So I'll just open that again, and now it should open this application, and now right now you can see it has created this custom app screen in here. Let me just do the big screen. So right now you can see it has now customized our main home screen. So now we know that everything is working. We have now started customizing our app. Now we can actually start building our main functionality, which is we need to have an option where we take a photo, and or we can just upload a photo from our photo gallery, and then we just need an option where we just click on that, and then it analyzes our photo and it tracks calories, total number of calories in that particular food photo, and from there we just need to display that analysis on our screen. That's what we need to achieve right now. So let's just go back our project. Let me just terminate this, and now let's just create an API key on Open Router and get an API key, and then get API key documentation from there, and then paste that documentation and that API key in here, and then explain our functionalities, our app functionality in our Cursor AI agent, and then it will build that functionality for us. Just go to openrouter.ai. From here you can just sign up using your Google account, and you are not required to add any card details or any credit card details, because we are going to use a large language model, which is an absolutely free large language model from Google is Google Gemini Pro 2. So inside this search bar, simply just look for Google Gemini Pro and select this experimental option from here. And right now you can see this model is completely free to use. You can just use this model to develop your application. Next step, simply just go to this API tab in here and then simply just click on this create API key, and from here simply just click on this create key, and now just write name for your key. I have already created an API key, so I'm just going to use that one. So I have created this API key. I'll simply just copy this API key from here, then I'll use that inside my project. Also, I'm going to use this documentation which is mentioned in this API key section in here. From here you can see this is the documentation. I'm going to use this TypeScript one from here. So I'm just going to use the TypeScript because we are creating this using TypeScript. So I'm just going to select that option. I'm just going to copy this entire section from here. I'll copy that from here, and then I'll go back to cursor. I'll provide that in here. Now I'm going to give it this command with that API key documentation. So I'm mentioning it here. I want to develop a calories tracker app where users will be able to upload a photo of the food, and our app will be able to calculate total number of calories in that photo. To track calories, we are going to use Google Gemini Pro 2.0 API key from Open Router, and from here I have just provided this API key in here, and you can see in here I have provided this API key. So I have provided API key. I have mentioned all of the documentation in here. After that, simply just press send, and now it should be able to implement that functionality in our project. It should take just a couple of minutes. Right now you can see it is creating a proper layout for our calories tracker app using index.tsx file. This is our main screen file, so it is just going to create a layout for that first. After that, it will just like implement all of the functionalities. Now it is asking me to install this image picker library. I'll simply just run this command because we need an image picker library, because we need to like choose an image from our gallery. For that, there is a library. So we are just installing that in here. And if you have never used Cursor before, you can see this AI agent is doing all of the code for us. It is installing all of the required libraries. It is doing all of that for us. We are not writing even a single line of code. So right now, apparently it has created everything for us. I'll simply just press on accept, and I can see in problems tab, there is one error in here. So I'll just copy this problem from here. I'll paste that in here, and I'll mention I'm having this error, please fix it. Just paste that error in here, press enter. So now it should fix this error. It's a TypeScript error. The issue is with type checking of base 64, because whenever you upload an image, it will convert that image file into base 64 format. So it is just going to do that. So I'll just click on accept. So now apparently that error has been resolved. So now we can just run our app and see if it is working fine or not. So inside my terminal, I'll just run this npm start and press enter. I'll just open my phone once again. I'll scan this QR code, and now hold on, let me just close my current app. I'll simply just open it once again. It is now going to open, and now this is how our app is looking like. I'll simply just click on this tab to upload food photo. I'll just choose a food photo and I'll press crop. Right now you can see I just uploaded that photo, so it has now provided this detailed analysis about our food. And let me just see if it has provided the total number of calories. So it has provided a very detailed this very detailed breakdown, but has not mentioned the exact number of calories. So we need those exact number of calories in bold letters in here. So let's just go back. Let me just stop it from here. App is working fine now. This is how I want the image analysis. I want to show the total number of calories in bold. The image analysis is done. It should show the total number of calories in bold letters. Simply just press enter, and now it should make that change for us. So it will just modify our code inside index.tsx file. Alright, so it has just made these changings. I'm running this project again. npm start, we got our QR code. I'll just choose a food photo. Now I have uploaded my food photo. It will create a detailed analysis, and right now you can see it has created detailed analysis. It is showing these calories, but that text is actually hidden behind this section in here. So I can just take a screenshot of this. I can share that screenshot inside Cursor, and then I can ask Cursor to make changings in this, like in preview. So I'll just take a screenshot. Alright, I have got that screenshot in my Slack. I'll just download that. I'll just drag the screenshot inside Cursor. Then I'll just give it this command. Please see that as screenshot. This is how our analysis is looking like. You can see our main calories text is hidden. Please review it properly. It should not be hidden. Please enhance the analysis design. Simply press on send, and now it should enhance the text. It is now going to change that preview inside our index.tsx file. And just like that, our changings are done. Let me just terminate it, start it again, npm start. I'll just open my app once again. I'll just upload the food photo, press enter, and now it will just going to analyze our food, and let's see how it shows. By the way, you can open your app directly inside your browser as well. So right under this QR code, you can see there is this web view. So I can simply just click on this link. It will just open your app. So right now I have opened it here, and you can see right now this is how it is looking like. So on web view, the design and styling is a little bit different. I'll simply just click on tab to upload food image, and from here I'll just choose this image. Maybe it's a burger with some fries, so it will calculate total number of calories for that. Perfect. So it has now shown these total number of calories are 150, and even it is showing a very detailed analysis of our food as well. So yeah, so this is how you can actually open your app inside your web browser as well. Now you can keep develop your app from here. You can enhance your design further if you want, once you have finalized all of the functionalities. And now if you want to publish it, I have created a very detailed video about how you can publish your app. I will leave a link in description as well, but I'll just show you that which video I'm talking about. There is this video on my YouTube channel which is called how to publish mobile apps. So if you just go to video section of my channel, and from here you can just find this video, which is how to publish React Native mobile applications on Google Play Store and Apple App Store. I give a very detailed guideline in here. You can just follow this entire video, and then you'll be able to publish your mobile application. So this was it about today's video. If you have any further questions, you can leave your comments in comment section, and also please just like this video if you learned anything from me. I see you next video. Bye bye.